This is Mostert, left side. Fighting his way inside the 30 and finally goes down at about the 27-yard line. Here's Mostert with running room to the 10, the 5. Dolphins have scored points on 4 of their 5 drives here today.
Raheem Mostert has some juicy gossip about his head coach, Mike McDaniel, and it's got the Miami Dolphins pumped for the upcoming season. Raheem reveals that Mike McDaniel felt it was necessary to apologize to the team. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and give the video a like. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all things Dolphins. Now, back to the video. Apparently, McDaniel had a major "my bad" moment during the exit interviews at the end of last season when he confessed to not running the ball enough.
Yeah, I had a talk with him during the exit interviews at the end of the season, and one thing that he was very apologetic about was the fact that we didn't run enough. And that he was going to do his best to change that for the upcoming year. So, when he talks like that, it just gets me fired up even more. Like, hey, I know I'm getting the ball a little bit more. The running back room is going to get the ball a little bit more in regards to touches. So, it's a thriller, man. I'm excited, and I truly can't wait for that, that opportunity when he calls out when we're getting the ball. So.
Talk about a coach's apology tour. Now, we all know the Dolphins have some serious weapons in their passing game, with Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle leading the charge. But even with our young Polynesian superstars' injury issues, McDaniel realized the importance of a strong ground game. And let me tell you, that has got Raheem Mostert hyped up.
Yeah, we pretty much have a 4x1 team and just us 4 guys. And, it's going to bring a whole different dynamic to this offense. You get guys that can go out there and run routes. You get guys that can, separate themselves in the pass game and then ultimately in the run game. It's very dynamic. And for you to be able to, like I said, go out there and do those things, man, it's going to be a mismatch all across the board. So
he's ready to hit the turf and bust out some major runs for his team. Mostert was the top rusher for Miami last season, with 181 attempts for 891 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging a whopping 4.9 yards per carry. But the Dolphins didn't stop there, trading for Jeff Wilson mid-season to really amp up their ground attack.
Man, honestly, that's the most exciting thing. I was having talks with Stews about, the before free agency, and I was like, hey man, what'll be nice is if we're able to get everybody back in this building, in this room, because the chemistry is just unmatched in any other place that I've been a part of. There's a lot of guys in this room that really want to be great. There's a lot of guys that want to go out there and put their best foot forward, and that just makes you and I'm speaking in regards to me, it makes me want to go out there and play my best and put my best foot forward. So to be able to have Jeff, Savon, Miles, John, Lovett, and Alec, we're all in this thing together, it's definitely exciting, and I just can't wait.
Wilson came through with 468 yards and 2 TDs on 92 carries, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. That's some serious yardage, my friends. And even though the Dolphins improved their running game towards the end of the season, averaging 122 rush yards per game in their final 5 matchups, they still fell short in their playoff loss to the Buffalo Bills with only 42 rushing yards. Ouch.
Yeah, I know, last year, being his first time giving the play calls, also being his first time being a head coach. And, there's some things that I noticed, in regards to Mike and his personality with the whole scheme of football. But as of now, man, it's like he's totally locked in. He got his feet wet. That's how every coach approaches it. Being a first-time coach, you testing the waters a little bit. But now that he's settled down, I believe that he's going to start making some moves in a way that's going to, shock the world. It's not going to be shocking for me because I know what he can do. You know, that's why I'm along this journey with him. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people gonna be shocked about what he does. So.
But fear not, Miami, because McDaniel has a plan to keep the passing game strong while beefing up the ground game. With a background in the Kyle Shanahan offense, McDaniel knows how to make those running backs shine, and they just added a new weapon to their arsenal, Devon A-chain.
Yeah, I mean, speed for me is definitely a given, obviously, because who I am. You know, I bring a lot of speed to the offense, but I would say that, you know, when you're dealing with speed in the league, I mean, there's guys are big all the time. You know, there's gonna be guys that are big that could run too. But you know, when you're dealing with a guy that's very fast and can separate themselves, I mean, that's the ultimate thing. You know, you can't teach speed. I know you've heard that saying multiple times, and that's something that, you know, is just from within a certain guy. So it's gonna be fun, you know, getting to have him alongside, you know, a lot of guys that are fast in this offense. But you know, when you talk about us, you know, it's definitely gonna be more about speed. So we are really a track team out there, but you know, it has to be the right situation. And I think it's gonna be beneficial for everybody.
A speedy rookie with mad pass-catching skills who has been compared to Tyreek Hill with his pass-catching ability. The rookie could be used as a weapon out of the backfield.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. You know, get a young guy in there, be able to help him out and stuff like that in this offense, and you know, just teach him the ways of what it takes to be a pro. That's the most important thing, and also try to help, you know, utilize and try to help us win games. That's the ultimate goal, right? You know, you want a player that comes in and understands, you know, his value, and hopefully he's able to contribute in the way that, you know, he feels it suits him best. But you know, there's a lot of work to be done, and you know, I know that he's going to be excited when, especially coming in the room with a bunch of guys that are well established in this offense. So.
To threaten defenses, particularly taking advantage of middle linebackers dropping deeper to take away Hill and Waddle. It's going to be fun playing with him, Mostert said of A-chain. Getting a young guy in there to help out in this offense and teach him what it's like to be a pro and utilize him to help us win games. That's the ultimate goal. He needs some guidance, and I'm willing to do it.
You know, I just want to be back with the team. You know, as far as we've gone along last year, you know, I'm itching and ready, especially the pieces that we've added, you know, during the offseason as well as in the draft, man. You know, it's a great time to be a Dolphin, and I'm excited to, you know, help as much as I possibly can to get to where, you know, we need to get to.
Mostert sounds ready to give it his all this season. I, for one, am very happy with our running back room and couldn't be any more ready for the season to start. What do you think about this? Should the Dolphins make an effort to run the ball more? Let me know what you think in the comments.